Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to an excited Wrestling Daze because something pretty major in the White Rabbit world might have gone down. I have to say all of these kinds of mights, maybes, because the link for me doesn't work anymore. But this is from Getting Over Wrestling Podcast, who claim that earlier today they were able to play a White Rabbit game. Now, I'm also hearing reports this might have been re-uploaded now, but when I tried about half an hour ago, it didn't work. But apparently they went to wwe.com/feed your head, and they were able to play a game. Now, what I've got the footage, so I'm going to show you the game that they were able to play. We think this is likely to be the clue that is going to be on SmackDown tonight. If this is legit, and it really does look legit, there's a lot of work that's gone into this if it isn't, so I think this is legit. Then there's a few things to talk about here. It's really interesting. So here is what greets you. It starts really with, I believe, how we ended the last one. And basically, it's a game. You use the arrows to move the White Rabbit around. Obviously, you need to avoid the fire. That's interesting. And there we go. He goes to the door, through the door. Then you get these coordinates. And you also get the word coal. Now, we're going to come back to coal, right? We're going to come back to coal. So that is what you get, basically. First of all, the music in the background is very much the same music. It's got that hurt heel vibe to it. People were saying last time that you can hear that the drums match up perfectly for like Bray's old music. It sounds very similar, that music this time. In fact, we'll play it again because I know people will want to see it again. So things to just keep an eye out for that I think are interesting. First of all, I think the way it starts is really interesting because it seems to start how the last one ended. There was a play button that was at the end of the last one, but obviously you couldn't like click on it or anything. Now that's how this one starts. So we're going further down the rabbit hole. So this is really clever how this connects to the previous one, and it really makes me think that the next one will connect to this one, and that word coal is going to be really, really important. Really important. So, yeah, having a look and thinking about the word coal, because that will, I think, connect the next one. I also, and I don't know why, and you can absolutely tell me that I'm wrong, this looks to me, the thing the rabbit's going around, the first thing I thought when I saw it was a bowed head. It looks to me like a head that's got its like head down, and it seems to have one eye, which is kind of interesting because the rabbit may have only had one eye as well. When you see the rabbit from the one side, it doesn't appear to have an eye. But then when you see it from the other side, it's got a red eye. So, like, and this, I don't know. I could be wrong on that, but feed your head is kind of a catchphrase of this White Rabbit thing. And this to me looked like a head that was kind of bowed down. It looks like you go through the ear. And it looks like the answer, the door, is kind of in the center in your mind, if you will. So I'll play it again. You can keep an eye out for that. Don't forget as well, the thing that's trying to catch the rabbit are fire, flames. Does anyone else think of the Firefly Funhouse when they see that like fire that's trying to catch this White Rabbit? You go through a door as well. Which I thought was kind of interesting. Reminded me a bit of the door in the Firefly Funhouse. So again, look, let's play it again. These are all things to just be keeping an eye out for. So let's go to it. So this is how the last one ended. And as we said, very interesting. You go further down the rabbit hole. I'm just going to pause it here so that people can see what I was talking about. So you can't quite see it at first, but the whole outline to me is a head. And you go through the ear. Then in the center, you've got the nose, which is the 2 blocks just below the door. Then you've got an eye, which I believe is the 2 blocks just to the left. Then there's no 2 blocks on the right. Those are like all flat. So that to me is like an eye that's closed. And so, this is, and then you've got like the marks of the forehead just above. So I don't know, maybe you can see that, maybe you can't see that, maybe you think there's something there, maybe you don't. That's just the shape of this is very interesting. And I think the shape of this could mean something. So that's something else to try and decode. My best guess at the moment is that you go in through the ear and you go around like a head, and then you go like into the door that's in the mind's eye, if you will. And let's keep playing this little clip. You're trying to avoid the fire, which I thought was kind of interesting. And then the rabbit goes through the door, and there's the animation, and then boom. Worth mentioning again, this rabbit, once again, doesn't seem to have an eye on the one side, does have an eye on the other side, a red eye. And then like you get these coordinates, and as we said, these coordinates lead you to this place, and this place is where Raw is going to be taking place next week. So there's the rabbit looking at the word coal. Let's keep going. And you can see it does just break up at the end. Now, there's not much to that. There's nothing really to decode from that breaking up. Let me see if I can skip to it. So let's press play. There, yeah, it does just kind of, it flickers. There's nothing to see there. I have actually gone through that like step by step to see if there's any hidden message in there or anything. It's just a couple of bars of color, and that's it. So I don't think there's anything there. I can't remember if I've told you or not, but this is where it brings you. It brings you to Raw. This is the coordinates, basically. So the coordinates bring you to Rogers Community Rink, Downtown Community Arena. This is where Raw is going to be next week. So I don't think the coordinates are anything other than a little nod towards Raw, and kind of, a way of saying, watch Raw. You need to be watching Raw. The real interesting thing, the thing that I think people need to try and get their heads around is this word coal. Why is coal there? And I can tell you that I did a quick Google, and there's 4 words you can make from those letters. You can make callow, you can make coal, you can make cola, and you can make loca. Now, callow, I was just in the process of searching to see what that means. So I'm going to do that now. Definition. Let's see what the definition is of that. It's a language spoken by the Spanish and Portuguese Romani. It is a mixed language based on Romance grammar. Okay. That's interesting. Native to Spain and Portugal. And I'll tell you what's really interesting about that, actually, is loca is the word that really stood out, because loca actually means crazy in Spanish. So something to do with Spain. There's only 4 words apparently you can make with those letters. One is a language that features in Spain, and the other is the Spanish word for crazy. And then you can make cola and coal. That's really interesting. And coal, I believe, has got something to do with the Bible as well. So there's definitely little things there for people to explore. Definitely things for people to explore. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. As we said, we think this is going to be tonight's game, but maybe not. Maybe we get something different tonight, but does feel like this, a lot of work's clearly gone into this. It does link to the last one. I think the next one is going to link to this. I think the word coal will be what links the next game, if you will, and that will be on Raw. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Oh, and one other thing as well. I'll see if I can get the image live on screen. But there is now Feed Your Head merch. So you can actually get Feed Your Head merch. Big thank you to everyone that was sending this through. Because I think it's very interesting that we've got merchandise for something that we haven't quite got our heads around yet. And we're still trying to figure out what it is, what it means, what it relates to. But WWE have already got some merchandise on the way. We do have some images because you guys have been really kind to send these things through, and keep doing that. Anything that you see that's coming through that you think would be of interest, any theories or anything, let me know. Twitter is open, YouTube comments are open, and it's great getting so much stuff coming through from you guys. Here is the image. I will put this up right now. This is the merch that you can go and get. So Feed Your Head shop now. It's just 2 shirt designs. Who Killed the World? And also with the Hangman game. And I believe on the back it says You Did. And then over on this side it is the White Rabbit just design on the front, which is pretty sweet. So there we go. Awesome, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.